Right, I've been cooking up a few ideas of mine, so I don't know if this is dangerous or not. Hello, welcome back to Running on 7 Cylinders. Today I'm doing another one of those spinning yarns videos, but not in the news sort of sense. It's the ideas sort of sense. Maybe a sequel to my what if video that I did when I started uploading regularly once again on YouTube. You can check that video out, probably up in the top right corner. But this is a what if in the case of talking about the calendar. Now, no, this isn't a calendar review or wish list, so you're not expecting like Phillip Island or Winton on this list, but I have thought of the idea of what if every round had some sort of unique element to it, more than just the circuits and the location. I'm more meaning like the format, the prizes, or even the theme of the event. Now, if you've got your own alterations or ideas, leave them in the comments down below, and while you're down in that area, leave a like and a subscribe. The support is always appreciated, and the bell on right beside the subscribe button indicates that you want to see more of my videos. I try to upload twice a week, and putting that bell on will just tell you when I upload. Also, check out, if you want daily content, check out my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I've got a bit of news coming up in the next couple of weeks regarding some of the local categories to New Zealand, so stay tuned for my social medias over there for that. Anyway, on to the video at hand. Now, some of these won't change. I've got no changes for the first two rounds, the SMP Super Night and the Albert Park round. The Super Night's perfect as it is. Granted, there could be some changes to the scheduling, but that's not what this video is for. It's perfect how they go night racing on Saturday or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is a day race. But like I said, I changed some of that so it compresses the schedule and not have a bit of a marathon of a day on that Saturday. Albert Park, again, perfect for what the round is. You're a probably third or fourth tier on the importance ladder when it comes to that round, because you've got F1 and F2. Then it's probably Supercars and F3 on the same run. So 4 sprint races, no pit stops, short sharp racing, a lot of chaos. It really works for that event. Now, this is where the first change comes in, because for the Taupo round, I will give away the Jason Richards Memorial Trophy. I like the idea of having it over 2 rounds, but I've got something better in line, in my opinion. Well, not better, but it's something different for Ruapuna. For Taupo, the Jason Richards Memorial Trophy, and the format would stay the same for all these 440 events. This one, 120, 120 and 200k races. However, big changes will be coming to Ruapuna, because once again it is a 440 event, but I'm going to go for a pair of 100k races and a 240k race for Sunday. Extend that Sunday race just a tad longer, maybe even have a compulsory third pit stop just to spice it up a bit. Just change the format up. The 100k races do work. That one on Friday at Darwin was quite entertaining, so why not spread that across 2 races on the Saturday, and then you can put more support category stuff on the Saturday as well, and sort of leave them Sunday for the Supercars. But I'd also have a different trophy on the line. Considering they're racing in Christchurch, and considering this hasn't been a prize on the line for many a year, the Lady Wigram Trophy. Yes, I know this is an open wheel trophy, particularly for the Formula Regional Oceania Trophy, but this hasn't been given out for a couple of years because Ruapuna has been severely missed on the Formula Regional Oceania Trophy, or FROT, calendar for quite a while. When they do the South Island rounds, they go to Highlands for the Grand Prix, and the Spirit of a Nation Trophy is given out over down in Te Ratonga. But for Ruapuna, I would have the Lady Wigram Trophy, and there are some prestigious names on that trophy, so why not give it out as a frequent prize? Because unless Formula Regional come back to Ruapuna, I see Supercars as the main draw and the only main draw for Ruapuna. For Tassie, I'd have the same format as it is now, but this is going to be the first trophy for a legend. The winner of the round will get the John Bow Trophy. Now, John Bow is a loyal Tasmanian, so it was a toss-up between he and Marcus Ambrose, but I'm going for more the historic value for John Bow. Not only his success in Australian touring car racing, but also his success in the Touring Car Masters, which is an important category for the Supercars Championship as a support category. I'm looking to give some more recognition to some of those legends of the game, because some of them do have some trophies, like the Larry Perkins Trophy, the Jim Richards Medal, the Peter Brock Trophy, of course, and the Jason Richards Memorial Trophy. I think that's all that I can think of at the top of my head. But there are many more names in Australian touring car racing that deserve their flowers. And considering Tasmania is such an important stop on the Supercars calendar, having a John Bell Trophy is just perfect for what this event or what this championship is for. Maybe even switch it up and have just one thing of qualifying. John Bell has been known as to be the master of defence when it comes to racing him. And if you want to get past the best, you got to do it on the track. Darwin, I'm not going to change a thing. The Indigenous round is great. The Triple Crown is great. I like that they're going to be doing some night racing next year as well. So that one is going to remain intact. Perth is another change though, because I'm going to make two changes. The first one, it is another round where it's a pair of 100k races and a 240k race of the Saturdays and the Sundays. But another legend is going to get his flowers in trophy terms, the Garth Tander Trophy. Garth Tander is sort of a modern icon to supercars racing, only retiring last year after winning Bathurst. So being a modern legend, I think it'll be quite typical or quite important to show off those modern greats. I mean, there isn't anything for Jamie Whincups, your Craig Lowndes, your Garth Tanders, your Mark Winterbottoms, etc, etc. And when they do go over to the new street track in Perth, I would have this trophy following suit. Ipswich, no format change when it comes to race lengths, but I'm going to do something that is long overdue, the Dick Johnson Trophy. Dick Johnson has deserved a Queensland-based trophy. He is Queensland's icon. I mean, hell, the main straight at Queensland Raceway is named after him, so I think it'd be perfect for DJ to get his trophy and his name etched onto something other than his cars. The next two are going to have no changes whatsoever. The Ben 500, it's a good test this year to try it out on the shorter layout, see if it's better racing. And of course it's the Bathurst 1000, why change anything? The Gold Coast, however, as we get into the final series, this would be quite interesting as a first round, because I've got an idea of going old school and bringing back some of the international names. Because when it was an international round, they brought some icons to the grid. You had your IndyCar icons, your sports car icons, etc. All those guys came to Gold Coast to run around the streets in these taxis, and they brought on some entertaining races. Granted, there was a few crashes in them, but that's beside the point. I think bringing some of these international names to the grid, and you could get your GM factory drivers, your Ford factory drivers, you could bring Toyota factory drivers. Imagine if in Chaz Mostert's car he had Kazuki Nakajima or Nick DeFries or whoever else is running in the Toyota GT3s next season. You could have those guys in Toyotas, and with the Ford guys you've got your hypercar program and you've got your Mustang program, and of course with GM you've got your Cadillacs and you've got your Chevrolet Corvettes, but also pick and choose from other places. It was an entertaining thing to do to get at least one international name in these teams, but I'd change it, I'd want two. Sandown, keep the two 250k races, but make it throwback round. That should have been a thing all along. Castrol do it every year and it's brilliant. And the final round, the Adelaide Grand Finale, I would take the Friday race out. Just keep it as two 250k races. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and I liked it when it was that format. I didn't like it when it was the two shorter sprint races in like the 2014, 2016 era, and I wasn't really a fan of the Friday race. I did like the prize on offer, the 50k for the winner. It was a bit of an incentive to actually do well in that race, but you can do something similar across the board. You could have done it in Darwin, you could have done it at Sydney or at some of the other Friday races. But that is how I would schedule the current Supercars calendar. Yes, this isn't for any changes. This is just giving every round a bit of importance and a bit of difference. Like I said, what would you do to these existing rounds? Who would you give trophies named after? How would you format the races and stuff like that? What would the themes be? Let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, while you're down in that area, give a like and subscribe. As always, the support's appreciated. And if you're waiting for the next video, check out one of these two videos beside me. I have no idea what's going to be on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever one that may be.